And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. What's up, my YouTube friends? If you're subscribers, everybody, welcome back to another banger motivational video. Let's get it. Fix yourself. Let me say it one more time just in case it didn't sink in. Fix yourself. I don't want you to say, oh, Ty, there's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with you while you keep on messing everything up. And you know it. I don't care what it is, whether you lost a job. I don't care what happened to you back in the day. You need to fix yourself. You need to look deep within yourself and fix what's wrong because you know exactly what's wrong with you. In this world, no one is perfect. But you know who they call perfect? The one that keep trying and keep themselves in line. You need to work on you need to work on some stuff. You need to fix yourself. It all starts from you. Because what you're doing is you're hurting and you're causing the same pain that's on you. You're trying to inflict it on somebody else. That's all you're doing. You know, this is why this world is like this. Because there's more damaged people than there are of people that are healing, than there are of people that are pure. Because damaged people, all they do is they move around and they trying to treat everybody else the way how they feel. That's not how this thing works. You need to fix yourself. Whether you went through a breakup or you lost a job or you're trying to do something and it didn't work, no matter how you feel, you need to fix yourself. It all starts from within. Stop blaming everybody else for what's wrong with you. That's not helping you. And this is why you feel the same way. And this is why you're in the same spot. You need to fix yourself. If your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatnot, the relationship didn't work, somebody cheated on you, it's okay. Fix yourself. A lot of people tend to think they should jump from relationship to relationships. No, you need to fix yourself. You know why? Because if you're damaged and you didn't heal and you automatically jump in a relationship before you gave yourself closure and detach yourself both mentally, physically, and spiritually, if you didn't do that, then all you're going to do is bring the same problems in your brand new relationship. And then you have the same problems that you did before with a brand new person that have no idea of what's wrong with you. Fix yourself. The same thing when you got a job. You're miserable and you go to work, and because you're miserable, you try to make everybody else around you miserable. And then when nobody want to put up with you, then all of a sudden they're the bad people. They're the bad guys because they don't want to sit down. They don't want to deal with you because you're negative all the time. Fix yourself. Your problem is not everybody else's problem. If you did something with yourself and you fail, it's not the world's problem that you fail. You need to sit down and look deep within yourself and fix what's wrong. Because whatever you try to do, if it didn't work, you need to fix it instead of leaving it alone and jumping all over the place. That's not how this world works. This is why relationships are not working. This is why there's so much problem in the work industry. This is why there's a problem everywhere you go. Because of damaged people. They refuse to fix themselves. They refuse to look within themselves and admit that they were wrong. You know what the hardest battle in life is fought is? When you fight the battle within yourself. A lot of people run away from that. They're trying to run away from themselves, but not knowing they can't run away from themselves. A lot of people will move away, pretending to be somebody that they're not, just because they don't want to fix themselves. But no matter where you go, you bring the same problem with you, because eventually when you're there and you're settled, you still got the same problem. Fix yourself. Nobody can do it for you. There's some battles that people can't fight for you. Somebody can only help you and give. Let me tell you something. The only thing another person can do is give you advice and joy. Because if you're unhappy and let's say you go out with friends, you know, big group of friends, everyone's happy, you're there, you're talking and laughing. If you're miserable at home, the moment you go home after having such a fun day, you're back to being at square one, being miserable. Because those stuff comes from within. You need to look within yourself and fix yourself. Do not jump all over the place. Being with somebody else and going around with different friends will not replace the fact that you need to fix yourself. It won't. A lot of people think it will, but it won't. All you're doing is causing problems. And then when that person trying to like put up a brick wall like, yo, back up. I ain't got nothing to do with this. And all of a sudden it's their fault for how you are. You need to fix yourself. How are you going in a brand new relationship with already have a bunch of problems? That means you were not healed. You didn't fix yourself. You didn't look within yourself and detach yourself from everything what happened. That's not how this world works. You need to fix yourself. When you got a job, you lost a job. Okay, oh, I don't want to get no job. Anytime somebody asks you about a job, all of a sudden they're the bad guy because they're asking you why you don't have a job. That's not their business. And this is why people that are happy stay away from people that are like depressed or sad, because people can see. Just from looking at somebody, you can tell if that person is genuinely happy or if they're sad or if they're pretending, or if they're sad and pretending to be happy. Sorry. Like, people can tell, especially from me. I can look at somebody and I can see that there's something wrong with them. So before they make a problem with me and it becomes a bigger deal, knowing the type of person that I am, I will remove myself before it become a bigger deal. Because people refuse. I don't know why. It doesn't matter what situation that you're in. Some people just refuse to fix themselves. They refuse. Guys, they date a girl. The girl cheated on them, or she didn't want them, or something go wrong. All of a sudden, they turn their life sideways. Before 2 months, they're with another girl. They're still hurting. And I won't say guys, girls do the same thing. You need to fix yourself. There's absolutely no way you're going to go up to a girl and say, oh, I think you're very attractive and I like you, but I have all these problems. In her head, she's going to be like, you don't even know me. All this problem have nothing to do with me. So technically, if she's smart, then she will say, well, yeah, I'm not interested. This is why a lot of girls that are like genuinely happy turn down guys in the same return, because people, like guys and girls, they can tell when someone is genuinely happy based off how they carry themselves, their attitude, how they talk. People know. So a lot of times when you go to talk to somebody and they reject you, they reject you because they see that you're a mess. You're a mess. So why would I, working hard, getting some money, and enjoying life, showing off my lifestyle, taking care of myself, treating everybody around me, why would I go take up somebody that's like miserable? If a girl come up to me and I can look in her eyes and see that she's a mess, I'm gonna be like, sorry, but yeah, sorry, you're not my type. That's just how life is. And most times girls do the same thing, because when a guy go up to a girl and ask her for her number, or trying to get to know her, ask her name, she immediately judge you based off how you look, how you speak, your attitude. So a lot of times a girl will tell you no based off what you present to her in first hand, because you know what? People don't care about in between. Because if you're in a relationship with somebody, you will always remember the beginning and you will always remember the end. And the reason I say this is because the same way how you get a person, that's the same way you will lose them. So you need to fix yourself. Fix yourself. It's not everybody else's fault. What's wrong with you? Stop pointing fingers at everybody else. How come you don't point fingers at yourself and say, oh, I'm the reason for this? So it's easy for you to blame everybody else for what's wrong with you. So you can give yourself closure to make it seem, oh, I'm not as bad because that one said this and that one said, no. You need to fix yourself, because you're going to bleed on people that did not cut you. This is why relationships are not working, marriage are not working, jobs is like there's a mess. This world is a mess. And only those that have the knowledge tend to like they live in another world. They're on the same planet, but mentally they're on a different level, and they don't associate themselves with people that are sad. That's like me, because if you're sad, and I'm a genuinely happy guy, everybody that know me personally know that I'm always fun to be around, always, like having fun and whatnot. If you're miserable, I'm staying away from you, because you're not going to say nothing to me, and then I'm going to have to say something bad to you and hurt your feelings all over again. So you need to fix yourself. Stop blaming it's not everybody else's fault for what's wrong with you. And if you meet somebody today and you have problems from 10, 15, 20 years ago, it's not their fault. It's not their problem. That's one of the main reasons why nothing seems to work. No matter what you do seems to work. How are you sitting down? You're watching everybody else living their best life. Everyone's doing this. Everybody's doing that. And then you're sitting down wondering why you can't do it. You know why you can't do it, but you just refuse to acknowledge the fact that you need fixing. Like, it's okay to be broken. It's okay to have a mental breakdown. It's okay to be scarred emotionally, but you got to fix yourself and bounce back. You can't make what happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, make you be how you are today. That you're damaged so bad that even after a decade, you're still messed up. I'm not saying you can't like take time to like fix yourself. I'm not saying that. Because sometimes when stuff happens, like when life hits hard where you need a break from life sometimes. You need to like pull yourself away from people so you can like fix yourself and like fix what's wrong. But a lot of people don't know how to look within themselves and fix the problem. They know the problem, but they refuse to acknowledge it. They rather pretend like, oh, it didn't happen. Then they go be with somebody else, or they go be around somebody else, and then all of a sudden somebody say something that trigger you. And, oh, but you said this. That person have nothing to do with all this nonsense that you're coming with. Absolutely no problem. And then when they say, oh, I'm not your problem, then you're even more triggered because in your mind, you're like, oh, you are my problem. They're not. You're your own problem and you know it. All you're doing is trying to make everybody else your problem because the same pain that you're feeling, you're trying to bring that forward on somebody else because you refuse to be miserable by yourself. You refuse to be miserable. And that's why some people are even jealous of somebody else. Because if you went through, say, a bad relationship, then all of a sudden you see a friend of yours or sister or brother, somebody having a fun relationship, the first thing that's going to come in your mind is you couldn't have a relationship like this. So what you think is going to do, you're going to try to mess it all up. Because people tend to think, oh, if I can't have it, then you can have it. So that this is a lot of times this happens. I've seen this over and over and over and over and over again. People that are miserable, they're trying to make people that are happy just as miserable as them. And it's the same way if you sleep with them. If you sleep with someone that's unhappy, then you're going to be unhappy because all you did was like swap energies. But if a lot of people know all the stuff that I know, then they could have avoided a lot of stuff. But in reality, they don't. That's why everyone is miserable. You ever stop and think that there are more people miserable than they are happy? Anytime you go out in public, look around. There's more people sad than they are being happy. Because just from me going out, everyone's like looking at me because maybe I'm the only happy guy there, or maybe I'm the only different one there. Because every time I go somewhere, I can feel people looking at me. Because maybe they're like, oh, and then they see me, they're like, how come he's like that? How come I want to be happy like him? That's because I don't have no problem. And even if I do have an issue, that's not nobody else's problem. So my problem is not because of you. So if I have any financial problem, why would I come and yell at you? That's my problem, not yours. So even if I drive and like pop one tire, and it happened to me one time, I ran over something and I popped one tire and I had to replace it. What if I drive and pop one tire, then you're like, hey, Ty, what's up? And I'm like, yo, don't talk to me. In your head, you're going to be like, what? What's wrong with him? So your problem have nothing to do with somebody else. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to look within yourself and you need to fix yourself. Acknowledge your wrongdoing. The hardest thing a person can do is like admit the fact that they were wrong. And if you can't admit the fact that you were wrong, then it makes no sense. If you can't look within yourself and say, oh, you know what? I messed up and I'm going to try to make it right. I know for a fact I messed up, but I will try my best to make it right. And that's a different story. But a lot of people is like, oh, I messed up. I don't care. Let me go do whatever I want to do. But you're still miserable. You're not getting the point. You're clearly missing what I'm trying to say. And then you trying to be around everyone that's happy. And you ever notice when someone is miserable and you're happy, just from you talking and laughing, it irritates them? You never notice this? If you're like a genuinely happy person, notice anytime you're having fun, there's always somebody being irritated by your fun, by your joy. Because that comes from within. A lot of people don't know that, like happiness, insecurities, trust, all these kind of stuff. All these kind of stuff. That's from emotions, I should say, comes from within you. So if you're having a problem, that comes from within you. Because you can say something to me and you can say the same thing to somebody else. But the difference is I won't be triggered because I wasn't a part of anything like that. Or what you said, it's not like, say, hurtful to me. Okay, let's say For more example, let's say I'm a guy, then there's another guy here. And then you're gonna say, if I got a girlfriend and he got a girlfriend, and then you say, oh, you know what? Your girl will cheat on you. Nobody will never cheat on me because I'm awesome. Even if they do, then that's their problem. Because they're the only ones gonna pick up spirits, not me. But not the point. So let's say you say, oh, you know what? I can take your girl away from you. In my head, or myself, I'm confident enough knowing the type of person that I am. But if the next guy next to me is insecure, have a bunch of trust issues, girl cheat on him and whatnot, that guy's gonna cause problem with the other guy. You know why? Because that comes from within him. One person said the same thing to me and the other guy. It didn't affect me, but it affected him because he's not confident enough within himself. Because maybe he have to spend a lot of money or do a bunch of stuff just to keep a girl interested. And if you have to spend money consistently to keep a girl interested while she save hers, then she clearly don't want you. Because if a female is interested with you, she will support what you're doing to make the relationship work. Which means if you're going out and she wants to be there, she will say, oh, I will pay half of this or 40% of this. You know what I mean? So let's say you're going to a movie. If she want to be there, then she will say, okay, you buy tickets and I buy snacks. Female that are interested in you do this kind of stuff. If you're going out with a girl and every time it's you're paying for everything, then she's basically just going there just to be there or to have fun within herself. Or you take her out for drinks. And then it's like it's okay for a guy to pay for everything, but if a female genuinely want to be there, at least 7 times out of 10, she will pay for everything. If not, say, okay, you pay for yours and I pay for mine. Because she want to be there. So she's going to make it like less harder on you because she wants to be there. Female that just present themselves and bring absolutely nothing, they're just there for show. That's why at the end of the night, they tell you, oh, my stomach hurt or this hurt and I'm going home. You're being clearly used. Or they come or you ask them out and they bring a friend. That friend that they brought is to make sure that they go home and they don't go home with you. You need to look within yourself and fix yourself. You know what the problem is. And if you don't fix yourself, you're going to be consistently in the same position over and over and over again. If you have trust issues and insecurities within yourself that you don't think you're good enough for somebody, every person that you meet, you're going to have the same problem. Especially if you know that the person that you like is like way above you, you're going to look within yourself and say, but why is this person with me? And why they have all the opportunity in the world to go get somebody else, get somebody better than me, somebody that's more attractive than me, then why are they with me? Maybe that person just picked you because they see something within you. And then you're sitting down with all these problems. Then all you're doing is bringing all these problems within yourself. You're forcing it on the person that have absolutely nothing to do with you. See what I'm saying? You got to fix yourself. I don't care what happened. I don't care what you've been through. I recommend you pull away yourself from reality and fix yourself because you need a reality check. Because we live in the real world where the sun shines every day. And the more you try to move around to make everyone as miserable as you, you're going to be more miserable. Because when you're miserable and you're trying to force yourself to be around happy people and they can see that you're miserable, they're not going to want to be around you. They're not going to want to be around you. Because people that are genuinely happy, they put themselves around people that are also genuinely happy. Notice, if you see two friends, it's either they're both unhappy or they're both happy. If you see a group of friends, there's always, say, if you see like five friends walking, at least 4 of them are genuinely happy. And you have at least one that's like trying to fix themselves or trying to be around people that are happy. You will never see 10 people, all 10 genuinely happy. At least 2 out of 10. It's like having some doubts within themselves or unhappy and they just want joy in their life. That's just how it is. That's why most times you can see couples walking and both of them look happy or both of them look miserable. Because you know why? They're sleeping with each other, and when you sleep with somebody, you swap energies. So if a person is genuinely happy and then you're miserable, and then that person that's happy is like really their energy is like off the charts, then when you swap energy, then you can maybe feel joy within yourself. Until you develop the same problem all over again, then you're back to being miserable again, because that comes from within you that you refuse to fix. Gotta fix yourself. Gotta fix yourself. And that's why in this world, that's why a lot of things are not going according to your plan or going according to how you want it. Because you're unhappy inside. And then you point fingers at everybody else. Oh, you're the reason why I'm like this. Oh, you're the reason. No, 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 no. No one's the reason for nothing. You're the reason why you're like that. Because if someone betrayed you or did you wrong, it's okay. You don't control what somebody else is doing. But if somebody did something like above extreme, where they hurt you, where you have to like remove yourself for a couple weeks or months, that's okay to remove yourself and fix yourself. But I'm not saying if somebody hurt you, you need to go around and cause pain to others, because the pain that you're trying to cause to somebody else, they're going to take that and shove that right back in your face. And then you're going to be even more miserable than how you were before. Because people that are genuinely happy and or at peace, they refuse to make somebody else come and destroy that peace. So for me, I'm that type of guy. So genuinely happy, at peace, no problems. I'm not going to make nobody come to me with their BS and say, oh, but you said no, 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 no. You get off my phone. Bring that somewhere else. I ain't got no time for that. I'm that type of guy. Because that's how people are. They blame everybody else and everything else for what's wrong with them and what they're doing wrong. Because they refuse to admit the fact that they need fixing. You needed fixing doesn't mean that there's like you're not less human. You're human just like everybody else. You only went through something where you need to fix what's wrong. So if you drive a car and there's something wrong with your vehicle, don't you bring it to the mechanic to get it fixed? Huh? If you have a nice dress or a pants or a skirt or something that was like ripped, don't you bring it in to get it fixed? Or you buy another one? Fix the problem? If you have a phone and your phone fell from anything, whether out of your hand, off a table, off your bed, or whatever, and the screen cracked, don't you get another one, or you get the screen fixed? So why are you fixing all the material stuff around you but yourself? If you got a TV and your TV is not working, don't you get it fixed, or you go buy another one? Huh? If your Netflix or your Amazon Prime or your Disney Plus or whatever you watch movie on, if it's given a problem, don't you get it fixed? If you're cooking something or baking something and it's starting to burn, don't you get it fixed? So why are you fixing everything? You're fixing all the problems that are around you, but the ones within you, you're not fixing. You need to take more time to fix what's wrong with you. That way, when you find somebody else or you be around other people, then you're genuinely happy. But you're not, because you refuse to do it. People spend more time fixing everything and everybody else's problem but theirs. So if you're a person that's like miserable, unhappy, all that comes from within you based off how you feel as a person. Because you feel less as a person, that you're not good enough for no one. Hence, that develops insecurities and trust issues. Also comes from within you. Then you're going to be with somebody and then you're going to demand everything that they have nothing to do with. So I want to travel the world and you're sitting down insecure. Oh, I don't want you going here. I don't want you going there. Why? Oh, because of the... No, 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 no. So you can go wherever you want to go, and I don't make a fuss because I'm not insecure. But whenever I say, "Oh, I'm going somewhere," then no, 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 that's not how this world works. Whatever is wrong with you, you need to look within yourself and you need to fix what's wrong with you. I said it already, and I'm gonna say it again. If you don't fix yourself, you will bleed on people that didn't cut you, because you're gonna cause problems to people that did nothing to you. And then when they reject you, you're going to feel even less than how you were before. Because no one is going to make somebody else destroy their peace, especially if that person was at war before, that they were in the same position as you, and then they fixed themselves. and they acknowledge their wrongdoing, or somebody else hurt them and they acknowledge it and then they fix themselves and now they're at peace and they're happy, that person is not going to make you come and destroy that. They rather lose you before you destroy their peace. That's just how this world works. So you have to look within yourself and fix what's wrong. You know what's wrong with you. Why aren't you fixing it? You fix everything else. If your phone break down right now or your phone crash, I guarantee you by next week you're getting another one. But you're going through a phase where you're damaged but you refuse to fix yourself. So your phone is more important than you. So so your phone's giving problem and less than a week you get it fixed. But you're still damaged for what happened 10 years ago. Yeah, you guys you guys are trifling. Let me say this before I end this video. You need to fix yourself. Stop blaming everyone. Stop blaming everything. It's not their fault for what's wrong with you. It's not their fault. You're pointing fingers at them because you're looking for somebody to blame, and no one's gonna let you blame them for anything. No one is gonna let them blame you for anything, especially when they know they're not the reason for how you are. You need to look within yourself and fix what's wrong, because everything that you're complaining about, everything that you're pointing fingers all over the place, it all comes from within you. So until you fix yourself and fix what needs fixing, then maybe you will find peace and happiness. Somebody else can't give you that. Oh, the only thing a person can give you is joy. The only thing another person can give you is joy. They can't give you peace. They can't give you happiness. All that comes from within you. So stop pointing fingers at everybody else. Your problem have nothing to do with them. And the longer you do it, the longer you'll be hurting. And you're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting yourself. You guys are trifling. So there you guys have it. I hope this message was useful to some of you guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. I will be back doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.